It's 5 a.m. in the morning, and this is the second half of the Lost Art of Closing that I still have to go through to edit over the next 2 days. Big chore, but it's the last time I get to look at the book. Chops. You got to have them. You've got to have insight and business acumen and situational knowledge and an awareness of what's going on. And it's important, if you want to be a trusted advisor, if you want to be a consultative salesperson, that you work very hard on developing chops. And what that means is skills, mad, wicked skills that you can use to become that trusted advisor and to offer good counsel. So how do you do that? Number one, know your business. You have to understand your business very well. You have to know what your strategy is. You have to know how you create value. You have to know how your business runs. You have to understand the inner workings of your business very well. You can't be in an industry and not know anything about that industry. And the longer it takes for you to gain the insight about your own industry, the more difficult it's going to be a value creator for your prospective clients. So number one, you have to know your business. And you have to know your client's business too. And listen, you don't have to know your client's business as well as they do. They're the subject matter expert about their business. But about the industry that they're in, you have to have some opinions. You have to have some ideas about how their business works. And in the area where your business touches their business, you have to know a lot. So, if, for example, in a temporary staffing business, you better know more about employment and the kind of people that they need and how they're going to find them and why they can't find them. If you're in sales enablement or sales improvement, you better know exactly what's going on in the world of sales, why people are challenged, what the newest trends are, what's going on. Wherever your two businesses rub up together, you've got to be deep right there if you're going to have chops. Number three, know business. You have no business having no knowledge of business. You have to know things. How do you do that? Turn on CNBC, listen to it. Pick up Inc. magazine, pick up Fortune, pick up Forbes, read websites, study business. And the more you read about business and the more you become aware of the concepts on how business works, and the more you adopt the vocabulary, the easier time you're going to have conveying ideas and understanding ideas from business leaders that you're working with. You have to know business very, very well, and you'll find out the more you listen and the more you study and the more you read, the more interesting business becomes. And I promise that your interest will grow the more you do this work. It's impossible not to. There's too much going on and it touches too many things to be uninteresting. Number four, get experience. You're not going to have experience until you have experience, which means you've got to go get some dirt on you. You've got to go get involved in things, and you got to get into the deep end of the pool. You've got to be in over your head. You have to be someplace where you don't know enough and there's too much going on and you don't really have control of it. That's where you're really going to start to understand what goes on in business, is when you stretch yourself and you get yourself into situations where you're going to have to learn and grow. Nothing will help you grow more than getting into the deep end of the pool and getting that experience. You're going to make mistakes. It happens. There are going to be things that you don't know. This is where you're going to learn them. That's number four. Number five, study with masters. If there are people on your team who are great at business, learn from them. If your finance guy, your CFO, is a wizard, take him to lunch and have him teach you how to understand a profit and loss statement. If somebody in marketing is a genius, go to them and understand, how do you understand how customers think? What's a buyer's journey look like? How do we think about it differently than some of our competitors? If somebody has deep insight and a deep understanding, go to them and get what they have from them. If you study with masters, you'll end up being a master at some day if you stay there long enough. And finally, be curious. You just have to want to know. You have to want to know everything. There's a great scene in the movie Home Alone where the little boy's getting into the van and the neighbor kid's standing there. And he asks the van driver, how many miles a gallon does this van get? How many people does it hold? How far can it go? He's asked 100 questions without even waiting for the answer. You have to have that level of intellectual curiosity so that you start to get a deeper understanding. So if you want chops, and you got to have chops, you've got to go get them. And that means you've got to do the work, and you have to be a student of the game if you're going to play the game. I'm Anthony Iannarino. Hit the subscribe button. This is Everyday.